Yeah, welcome to this class once again. Now, these are word problems leading to quadratic equation, and some of these are direct question. They are word problem. So in this, we will learn how to interpret word problem. Now, the question says that the product of the ages of Sally and Joel now is 175, more than the product of their ages 5 years prior. That means 5 years prior means 5 years ago, 5 years back. Now, there are three things here we need to first the product of the age of both Sally and Julie. Now, 75 more than the product 5 years ago. So we need to take it one by one. And the first one we need to take here is let's try and give a variable to their name. It says let Sally equals to X and then Julie, equals to Y. Now, this thing we are doing, be careful. We say that's their present age. Sally equals X, that's the present age of Sally, and Julie equals Y, that's the present age of Julie. Because if you don't know their present age, it will be difficult for us to get their age 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So now, when they say 5 years prior, it means ago. That means 5 years back. So that means for Sally, that would be X minus 5. And for Joel, that would be Y minus 5, 5 years ago. So that's the expression for it. But now the product of their ages of the ages of Sally and Joel now, the product. So the product means equals to xy. And that's the product. Now, that means they're saying xy is equals to is 75 more than in mathematics is just like 75 above that thing. That's 71, 75 plus more than the product of their age 5 years ago. That means the product of their year 5 years ago is product means multiplication. That's a y minus 5. So this is the mathematical expression for the first statement up to this point. Now the second one now says that if Sally is 20 years older than Joel, Sally, that's X, is 20 years older. That means he used 20 years. He's 20 years older than Joel. That means to say that's 20 plus Joel, that's Y. That means X is 20 plus Y. That means Sally equals to 20 plus Joel. So let's simplify this expression for that. Let's say this equation 1 and let's say this equation 2. Now from our equation 1 now, let's simplify it for that. That means SY equals 175 plus, if you open that bracket, we have XY minus 5X minus 5Y plus 25. So that means we have SY equals to SY minus 5X minus 5Y. So 175 plus 25, that's 200. Now the equation 2, X is equal to 20 plus Y. So anyway I see X, I put 20 plus Y. That means Y here becomes 20 plus Y equals to Y into bracket 20 plus Y. I'm substituting for X there to make it a single variable minus 5 into bracket 20 plus Y minus 5Y plus 200. So this becomes 20Y plus Y squared equals 20Y plus Y squared minus 100 minus 5Y. Yes, that's XY. That's minus 5 means minus 5 into bracket 20 plus Y minus 5Y minus, I have another 5Y plus 200. So that means 20Y, 20Y, you have Y squared equals Y squared minus 100 minus 10Y plus 200. Y squared again. So if you collect like that means you have 0 equals to minus 10Y plus 100. Y goes that means 10Y equals to 100 over 10 over 10. Y becomes 10. That means Y, which is Joel, is 10 years. Joel is 10 years. Now don't forget that Sally is 20 years. Sally is 20 years. Since Y equals to 10, and don't forget S equals to 20 plus Y. So S will equal to 20 plus 10, and S equals to 30. That means Sally equals to 30, Y Joel equals to 10 years. And if you check through the equation, is it possible that the product of their age is 175 more than? If you check this we find out that if you use to check now let's x times y, that's we say 30 times 10 plus 175 plus x, that's 30, 30 minus 5, 25, and y, that's 10, that's 5. This becomes 300 equals 175 plus 125. Now 300 equals, if we add it together, I say it equals 300. So that's true. So let's move to the next question. This one says the difference of the squares of two consecutive even integers is 68. What are these numbers? Now, the key point here is even integers. Now, why I say even integers, let's first talk about even numbers. Even numbers are numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8. We see that the difference between them are 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So the difference between two even, and these are also integers. They are positive integers. The difference between two integers is 2. But we don't know the two integers now. Now we say let the first integer equals x. If the first integer equals to x, so this second integer will be x plus 2, because we know the difference. To get 4, I had to. To get 6, I had to. To get it, I had to. To get 10. So the next one will be x plus 2. That's the interpretation. Now the question is that the difference of the squares of two consecutive even integers. Now the difference of squares, not the square of the difference. The difference of squares. That means when I square this, x plus 2 all squared minus s squared, the difference of squares is equals to 68. So if you expand it, this gives us s squared plus 4x plus 4 minus x squared equals to 68. S squared minus s squared, so we have 4x equals to 64, sorry, 68. Equals to 68. 68. So that will be 68 minus 4. So 4x equals to 64. Divide both sides by 4. So that means s is equals to 4 year 1, 4 year 1. Remember that 24, 6. S is equals to 16. S is equals to 16. Find this number. So the first number, which is s, is equals to 16. And the second number, which is s plus 2, equals to 16 plus 2, and it's 18. See, the first number is 16, the second number is 18. Let's confirm. Now, when we say 18 squared minus 16 squared, it actually gives us 68. So 18 squared is 324. 18 squared is 324. That means we are saying 324 minus 16 squared is 256. When we subtract them, we leave it equals to 68, so that gives us 68. That means the answer is 2. Now, the last one for the day. So find the length and width of a rectangle whose length is 4 centimeters longer than its width, and whose area is this. Now, let's try to draw a rectangle. So this is the length, this is the width. Now, the area here is 60 centimeters square. Now, find the length and the width of this rectangle whose length, that means this length is 4 centimeters longer than the width. That means this length is 4 centimeters longer than the length. We have W plus 4. Our length is W plus 4. And we have our W, which is our width. And don't forget, the area of triangle is length times width. That means 60 equals to, now the length is W plus 4. So let me say W plus 4 into bracket W. So 60 equals to, open the bracket, that will be W squared plus 4W. Now, if we turn it to a perfect quadratic equation, W squared plus 4W minus 60 equals to 0. Now, this leads us to factorization. You can use method of factorization. You can use completing the square of formula. I think factorization is faster here. Now, we are looking for the factors of 60. That when we add it, it will give us plus 4. Now, we are able to do that because the coefficient of our W square here is 1. That's why we are using 60 straight. Minus 60 rather. You say minus 60. Now, we're using this as an indicator. What is the factor of 60 that can give us either by adding it to give us 4? 4. So we say 6 and 10. 10 and 6 will give us 60. But we need minus 60 and I need plus 4 here. So this, if this take the minus 6 times 10 will give me minus 60. But 10 minus 6 plus 10. Minus 6 plus 10 will give me 4. So the two factors is 10 and minus 6. So that means we are saying the factors are 10W and minus 6W. So in other words, I will replace this 4W, these two factors. So I will say W squared plus 10W minus 6W minus 60 equals to 0. So I now group them into 2. What's common here? W is common. W plus 10. And minus 6 is common here. W plus 10 equals 0. So W minus 6, W plus 10 equals to 0. We equate it to 0. W minus 6 equals 0. So W equals 6. Or W minus 10 equals to 0. W equals W plus 10 minus 10. Now the length or the width of our rectangle cannot be negative. So this is not part. That means our width is 6. So if the width is 6, that means the length is W plus 4. And that will be 6 plus 4. And that will be 10. So the length equals to 10, the width equals to 6. So if you multiply, you find out that the area equals to 60. That's the way to interpret it.